Welcome, everybody. God bless you on this amazing Sunday and the day before the Marine Corps birthday. I'm excited, really excited about the birthday tomorrow. And I don't know what if it's hitting me different now than it normally does. I think the further away I get from active duty, retirement, it's like it gets more and more exciting. I was thinking about it today when I was getting ready for the show. The 10th, um, it comes once a year, should be a national holiday. But I was thinking about a Marine Corps ball celebration, the work and effort it goes into it. Anyone that's ever been on a ball committee, hurrah, thanks for what you do for setting it up. And I was thinking about all because I put together a few. It's typically the first sergeants or the sergeant major overall is in charge of it, right? Oversees the ceremonial part. The one we just went to was Navy and Marine Corps combined, primarily Marine Corps. And I was thinking about all the guests that were there. And in my old previous units, were there Marines that didn't wanna go? And there are, I'm sad to say, there's always seemed to be that 10% that doesn't wanna go, and I just can't I can't fathom that. Why would you not wanna go to the Marine Corps Ball? And early in the beginning, young Marines, maybe I get it, you don't know what you're missing, but then once you've been to one, when the ceremony is the same, right at the table we're sitting with non-Marines, so they really didn't know what to expect. The ceremony is the same. And does it get monotonous and maybe you're seeing the same thing every year? Yes, it does. But that's also the motivating part of it. All right. So we're going to get into the Marine Corps birthday ball celebration and the birthday itself. All right. Let me see who is here. Welcome, everybody. It is Sunday. God bless you. Very excited to be here. Yeah, as you can see, we're traveling again. We're on the move. So uh, adapt and overcome. All right. Jordan Hammond's here. Good evening, everyone. Happy birthday. Lay Cookies here. David Bryant, John McJunkin, and crew. Happy pre-birthday, Marines. Tomorrow. Turning excited. Michael's Drones. Nice. Kevin Lee. Good to see y'all. If I missed anybody, Brandon Maxey. Oh, there. Um, good to see y'all. The day before the Marine Corps birthday. Kind of geeking out here a little bit about it. Went to a ball 2 nights ago, and it was, I'm telling you, it was an interesting crowd. I'll tell you in a little bit who was there, but it's cool, awesome being around Marines. The camaraderie, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, all that stuff is around. But being around on a table was two, four people that 5 people that had never been to a Marine Corps birthday ball celebration before. That's even cool. All right, so we're going to talk about that. Jared Cronister is here. I already hit the like button, so Annie don't get to tell me what to do. Is that what you're showing her? Oh, I thought you were showing us something. Whoop. Adapt and overcome. That's what we do. Thank you, producer. Ezra, Era. Doc Holiday, what's up, SFMF family? Good to see y'all. Who we waiting on? I'm ready to kick this. Again, a little geeked out about the birthday tomorrow. Carrie Ann Marie Potts, where is she? Ray from Queens. Where's Ray? Ray's working. His his weekend starts tomorrow, so he'll be able to watch after that. He'll be able to watch tomorrow on the birthday. Talking with the members earlier, how cool would it? One of these times, the live is going to fall on the 10th. I don't know. Do the math. You guys, calendar people, you'll know when that's going to be. I guess we can look and see. But I was thinking, how cool would that be? But I think it's even cooler that we're on tonight because tomorrow you should be celebrating. You should be doing something absolutely cool on the birthday to celebrate it. So this is cool. The day before is cool, and maybe even the day after would be kind of cool. And we'll get all those. We'll get all of them. But first and foremost, God bless you all. Welcome. Again, we're traveling, we're on the move, always exciting. I don't know if you've never seen this location before, but we're honored, blessed to be able to travel and today's technology take our studio on the road with us. Producers in a different location, half the production team is here. We're all over, but we're making it happen. Chaplain Merrifield says, "Happy birthday to our Marine brothers and sisters from your old squid chaplain." Squid, does that still get used today? Do people still call sailors squids? It was bigger a long time ago when I was first in. I remember squids, Navy squid. I don't hear it used too much anymore. Simplified devil dogs. We were just writing. I think I told y'all we have a family friend is in Marine Corps boot camp right now, and the motivation, the letters. We talk about boot camp all the time, how great it is. I mean, you look forward to mail call. Certain things you look forward to to in boot camp, and there's not that much that you look forward to, but it's definitely the three heights and a cot, three meals, and then hitting a rack at night. Mail call is a huge motivator. And even writing to this recruit, um, put in there to a soon to be devil dog leatherneck jarhead. I'm excited for him. Excited for every Friday when a new batch of Marines graduates. It's pretty awesome. We allow Swabbies here. All right, Swabbies is cool. I like, yeah, Swabbies uh, for our Navy brothers and sisters. David Bryant says tomorrow's Texas barbecue brisket, chicken, and sausage. Oh, God, that sounds so good. Chairs reserved for the 241 that gave their lives in Beirut. A full meal is placed in their spot. Thank you, David Bryant, for bringing that up because the Fallen Comrade table, and they did it very well at this ball 2 nights ago. You recognize those who aren't with us. That's part of the ceremony. It's in the script. It's mandatory. It's not even an option, but not that anyone would ever leave it out. You do it at mess nights, dining ins, Marine Corps birthday ball celebrations, and it's the Fallen Comrade table, or MIA and POWs. Very well done. They followed it up with taps and a moment of silence. It's part of it, and that's why I love the ceremonial part. About 45 minutes of straight ceremony, and it's good. Duke Lopez, happy birthday, Sermon to 250th. I'll be in Philadelphia at Bonk's Bar, Semper Fi, Bonk's Bar in Philly. So close to Ton Tavern, I'm guessing. Doc, good PT session tomorrow. Get after it. Again, something physical. I'm doing 250 something tomorrow, physical. And since I've been traveling, I haven't worked out in like 3 days. Feeling it. DC Long, good to see you. Battle. This Ranger is proud of you. Appreciates and loves you. Knucklehead. God bless. All right, DC Long, Semper Fi, brother. Happy birthday, Marines. Jordan Hammond. God bless you all. And thank you all for your service. The fallen hero table is hard to look at. Amen, Jared. So I'm telling you, again, I've coordinated many Marine Corps birthday ball celebrations, and that is one. The color guard, and the sword detail and the cape escorts, and all those are intricate parts of the birthday ball celebration. But the fallen comrade table, I'm going to tell you a couple ways I did it in the past, and I don't know, maybe um, you'll see them, you'll pay attention to them. All right. Doc Holiday, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday to you. Thank you very much. See that big red square. I am watching on a different, this is a big monitor, so I shouldn't be messing up any verbiage tonight. What? It's orange. All right. Thank you, Doc, brother. God bless you. God bless you. And I was talking about earlier, I was writing just a quick note to that recruit getting ready to graduate, and nothing's more era than welcoming those Marines into our brotherhood and our sisterhood. Man, that's just part of it. And the briefs. I mean, the guest speaker was great. There's not two guest speakers, but it was the organization had, like, the commander of the unit had a great speech, and then the guest of honor was pretty amazing. All right, David Bryant says we need to plan for next year so that we can all get together. I'm telling you, we thought we had it right about 9 months ago. We started talking about Ton Tavern, how it was going to be open. That kind of fell through. But you're right, David. We didn't follow up with what else can we do instead. From the birthday, from the producer, happy birthday to all of us. You, me, Carrie Ann Marine, and all non-Marines. Amen. That's it. And I'm telling you, I'll never get tired of hearing "Happy Birthday, Marine," and that's just that Lance Corporal I saw. I don't know if it wasn't his first ball. He was pretty salty. He was a motivator, but that's how you get it. And there's some older gentlemen there, older people, and they're a sergeant, probably looked about 75 or 80. And if he's younger, I'm sorry, but in his dress blues, just rocking them dress blues at 80 years old. No, just I walked out of my way just to walk past him, say "Happy Birthday, Marine." All right, it's motivating. From Gunny Grainer, John McJunkin's crew to our Devil Dog family. Dang it, I just missed it. I can't adjust this one. Somebody read that. Doc says, "Happy birthday, all. Hey, I'm on the 18th of November. I'm on the 18th of November. What does that mean, Doc? Your ball's on the 18th of November?" Dylan McDaniel, 41. You'll be 41 on the 18th of November? You'll be 41? Doc, you're a young pup. Greetings. Randall Knapp is here. What's up, Randy? How you feel, brother? Still doing your PT? Tell Ellie we said hello. Jordan Hammond. Billy Bob, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? What's up with you? No, my birthday. Big 41. So on the 18th, November 18th, somebody write that down so you can give Doc a shout out. November 18th, he will be 41 years old. Way younger than Jared. That's for sure. DJ Cruz, much love to all of you. November 18th, that's right around the corner, brother. What you gonna do, Doc, for your birthday? Yes, Ellie says hi back. Jared, right? You can say that. Daggone kids, 41 years old. Doc's in his prime right now, getting it. Happy birthday to all. To happy birthday to are you married, and thank you for to all who are married, and thank you for your service. Appreciate your sacrifice for freedom of our country. The producer is not gonna, maybe she will agree with me on this, but she's been to numerous birthday balls, and they're always right around her birthday. Don't worry, I won't tell everyone when it is, but and those of you, a couple years ago, I probably told everyone about our first birthday ball happened to be on her birthday, and everyone was telling us happy birthday. And I was new to it. We were new to it, so it was like, does everyone know your birthday? It's pretty funny. All right, look at Ball of Smetty's here. All right, you better be getting ready for school tomorrow. And are they recognizing the birthday at your school, Ball of City? Let me know. Kevin, I thought I was old at 24. So if you're in your 20s, yes, 41 seems old. Doc seems old. But if you're like Jared, 41 is young. So it's all perspective. We got you, Jordan. I know what you meant. If you're all Marines, I said you were all married Marines, but I got you, Jordan. Thank you, brother. I can say the same about Jared. Nothing forever. You won your board. Were you on the meritorious promotion board? We talked about that. Kevin's 24, so Ralph Perry, Semper Fi, Veterans Day coming up. Happy birthday, Marines. Yes, that's the beauty of it too. That Veterans Day is the day after the Marine Corps birthday. JTB is here. Sergeant Major, happy birthday. Where you been, JTB? How's things been going? Paul said, they're not doing anything for the birthday, but the parade the day after for Veterans Day. Veterans Day parade. We're doing one of those too, believe it or not. We'll get some footage of it. But I'm telling you, November is amazing. How great is November? Producer's birthday, Marine Corps birthday, Veterans Day, all in 1 month. Yes, you want a promotion board, nothing forever. Tell us about it, bro. A military promotion board. Those ain't easy. They're not fun either. Let's talk about that just for people who don't know. Oh yeah, boss Eddie, where is your parade? What parade are you guys going to? Are you going to this San Diego? You're close to San Diego? San Diego Veterans Day Parade? Greetings from the Caribbean. PJ Cruz. Greetings, brother. How's the weather there? I just imagine it being beautiful 24/7. Never been there. Randall Knapp, his daughter was born at Gitmo 36 years ago this month. Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Randall Knapp did some time in Cuba. Gitmo. That's awesome. She was born at Gitmo. That's pretty cool. Who was born on base? Of the five, 3 out of 5 were born on base. Yeah. Johan Herman says, weird things. The older you get, you'll still feel 20 in your head, but don't dig into small things. Kind of nice, actually. Congratulations to your to to Doc on his birthday coming up on the 18th. That's pretty cool. I feel the same, Johan. I don't feel my age at all. Certainly don't act my age. You can ask the producer on that. Jared says, my body reminds me that I'm in my 50s every day or every time I go hunting. So those things do change. Remember when you're young, Jared, and people kept telling you, bend at the knees, take care of your back, stretch before you do things. And you're like, what is this old dude talking about? I'm fine. You feel indestructible at those ages. But then yes, when you get a little older, you wish you would have stretched before you did any physical activity and take care of your back. Boss Smitty, you're doing your own parade. Ah, very cool. Is the public invited to your parade Tuesday before noon at A&A football field? That's very cool. Parades are cool. I don't care who you are. Military parades. The one in San Diego, I'm sure is going to be great. Right along the coast, probably see the Midway. Right, I don't know where the route is. Adam East is here. Get it and happy birthday. Happy birthday, Marine. Jay Dilly, happy 250th Devil Dogs Marines and happy Veterans Day. Semper Fi, do or die. Hurrah. Scott Mead, amen, brother. USMC Tanker. What's up, Tanker? Man, I hated to see the tanks go away. Someone asked last show, is it true that we're gonna take over some army tanks? I don't know how true that is. Didn't look it up. Jared, them old dudes were only in their 30s back then. That's the other funny thing about it is didn't it seem like the first sergeant, the master guns, those guys were just ancient dudes? It's like, oh my God, how do you get up in PT with us every day? Wow. WW2717, good evening. I've been called back to active duty. He's been called back to National Guard. You're happy about that, right? Awesome. I'm still waiting on my phone call. A couple guys I talked to at the ball the other night, a couple fellow older guys. Would you go back? Yeah, I'll go back in a heartbeat, waiting for them to call me. Me too. John McJunkin from the producer. That is amazing, Gunny Grainer. You are the epitome of the esprit de corps era. Did I miss something else? Joan, as a Marine getting older, and I got you guys are killing it tonight. You guys are killing it. M10 Booker Light tank, 80 total. So we are getting tanks from the Army. Is that only 80 tanks? Are they bringing back tankers? Also, that's interesting. I'm definitely going to look that up now. And M10 Booker Light tank. Dylan, a drink. Goodness says, thank you, Madam Producer. But it's something he was proud to do for them. What did he do? If you wouldn't mind reminding me. Producer says, David Bryan, it hurts my heart. The number of supporters dwindling and not knowing the glory and pride of a parade. I think it hurts my heart as well, and I think it is true. Um, and why is that? Right? Is the support going away? Right? Is it where the United States is right now? But I think we're on an upward slope finally once again. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm interested to see those parades, those Veterans Day parades, see how they turn out. All right. Love from Ireland. And a member, Emmanuel. Good to see you. Had some good Marine leaders in the National Guard. That's so awesome to hear. I don't think enough of us know enough about the National Guard either, but that's great to hear. Airborne, super duper paratrooper. What's up, Ron? David Bryan says, in the case of the population of the town is too small, there are more veterans than there are civilians. So you guys must be talking about a Veterans Day parade that got canceled, maybe. Jay Dilly, right there, brother. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive and drink. Birthday ball celebration. Oh, this is what I was explaining a story to someone. The tradition is to drink at the bar, and it's not promoting alcohol, not promoting getting drunk, not promoting any of that. But the Marines were born in a bar, Hunt Tavern, 1775. Tomorrow, 250 years ago from tomorrow, born in a bar. So is that something that Marines do? Yes, and it's kind of just well known that they're going to drink at a bar. They're going to pre-flight, drink in the bar, drink at the ball. You're going to pre-flight even before the ball, and that's what your clique, your tight group, kind of pre-flight a little bit to get ready to go into the ball, and then you drink at the bar. At the ball, I keep mixing up bar and ball. So it is part of it, but please, Jay Daly said it, and you can all agree. Please be smart. There's way too many other options right now to not drink and drive. Don't put anybody in that situation that compromise not only your life and someone else's life, but your career. Don't do it. That's my safety brief. That's the era in me. Don't do it. Plan ahead. Designate a driver, preferably the one that doesn't drink at all, so you don't even have to think twice about it. Prepare. Don't do it. All right. Um, be smart. Be smart about it. I'm telling you, it's terrifying. It is again every single year. Marine, Marine Corps ball on active duty as a staff NCO, and especially as the first sergeant or sergeant major. Once the ceremony's done, you're like, oh, you can kind of relax, right? High five the ball committee. Great job. Make sure they get a day off, and then you can relax a little bit because once the ceremony's over, that's when the dancing begins. That's when the entertainment. When you're a young Marine, that's the best part of the ball. When you're an older Marine, that's when you skip out, right? You don't you don't want to be a part of. You're gonna see some crazy stuff on the dance floor. It's fun. It's. I love seeing the Marines bond like that and enjoy themselves. But then there's a couple hours after midnight. You're just waiting, and depending on where your venue was, if you're in Waikiki or if you're in Vegas, downtown, wherever, you're praying you don't get a phone call. You're praying the Marines did the right thing. They planned. They knew what they were going to do. This designated driver again. Everyone makes it home safe and sound. The worst thing is that the phone ringing anytime after midnight because we know nothing good happens after midnight. So be safe. All right. PJ Cruz, I miss those days as a corpsman. FMF, Fleet Marine Force Corpsman. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Doc. Appreciate you, brother. You know we couldn't do it without you. Uh, MCB Labs. Yeah, they used to get guys blackout drunk, sign military papers, and they wake up boat forced to war. That's what you're talking about, right? Um, those guys. So telling that story of Ton Tavern, Captain Samuel Nicholas forming those two battalions. Pretty interesting how it was before the Declaration of Independence, before we became a nation. First, they had to get the Marines, right? We had to get backup first. They knew some stuff was about to go down. So before we do this, let's get a group of bad mother, you know what, just to make sure everything goes smooth, right? A security force. John McJunk, Young Marine Clifton says, just found out that none of our unit members will have to buy or pay for our brand new dress blue uniforms and dress shoes, thanks to the Gunny. What a cool birthday gift. Awesome. Gunny is legendary. You were right, producer. Awesome. Congratulations. Because that stuff ain't cheap, first of all. And in boot camp, I remember them telling me, this will date me, Jared. Randall Knapp, this will sound familiar. I remember when I was getting my dress blues in boot camp, they said, You think this, I think I scuffed a shoe or something. Well, you better take care of that. That's $350 you just spent. You better take care of that. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more now. Eric Green, what's up, brother? Good to see you. What did WW2 say? I missed it. He asked a question. Jason Smith, swinging on ships with swords. Tell you, not only were the Marines put on ship to protect them, they also were on stagecoaches to protect the mail. Did you know that? Stinker says, "What should I do for my uniform? What should I do for my first uniform day with service uniforms?" JRTC, by the way, MC JRTC. What should I do for my first uniform day in service uniforms? Um, what uniform are you wearing? But make sure it's squared away. Irish pennants. Always check for the Irish pennants. Bob is still in boot camp 50 years ago. Era. Uh, Dylan is the Irish version of Semper Fidelis. Um, how you say it? Ed Fidelis? Faithful and loyal like a noble lion. Era. How do you unscuff patent leathers? You don't. That's the bad thing about that is you got to put a whole lot of boot polish on it to fill in the gaps of those leathers. Lay Cookie, my advice to all young Marines: never throw, never throw up, never throw up hungover in a battalion birthday formation. Nothing good comes from it. That was you that said, "I don't care about my shoes." Was that you? And that battalion formation, and you got some stuff on your shoes. I don't care about. You threw up on your shoes, bro. I don't care about my shoes. That was great. Never throw up hungover in the battalion birthday formation. Not good. WW2 717 says, I was asking if you ever been at a ball and had the balloon go up. No. Is that you're talking about on January 1st? The balloon go up? Oh, you mean balloon go up like, hey, pack your stuff, it's time to go? Like in Heartbreak Ridge? No. I'm with you, Jaron. What's a balloon? Somebody's Gunny isn't the only one who cares about these youngsters. I bought them a pack of gum to share. Hope it was one of the big family-sized packs of gum, McJunkin. And how did you get to the store with your turf toe? Buy new boots, never be a cheap marine. You got to take care of those feet, says Bob, 420 Network. What are the formal dress blues called for staff and officers? Can you wear the boat cloak with them? So evening dress, David Bryan. Is that what you're talking about? The evening dress? And yes, you can wear the boat cloak with those. And dress blues, by the way, or the official name is blue dress. A lot of Marines don't know that. They teach you in boot camp dress blues, dress blues, dress blues, but they're really called blue dress alpha, blue dress bravo, Charlie, Delta, blue dress uniform. Um, yeah, but they don't talk about the Marines' birthday like it's a good thing unless you what? That was someone bitter. Okay, I thought exactly. Boat cloak, E6, and bone. E6 and up can wear the boat cloak. Oh, you see that? Look at Josiah's there. PJ Cruz, so true. After the service, I went to civilian medical field as an emergency RN. Things happen after midnight, 2 a.m. Too much work on weekends or holidays. I'm telling you, nothing good happens after midnight. Nothing. Be safe. E6 and above. Jared, we got you. Blue dress uniform. You can wear the boat cloak with your blue dress uniform to include evening dress. It looks even cooler, I think, with the evening dress. And watch so many shorts out right now, so many memes, so many Marine Corps birthday memes and celebrations. It's pretty awesome. Right there, Adrian Ferreris. Police are out and about. They know, first of all, what happens after midnight, but especially this time of month, I got to believe that every single military town every single major Marine Corps installation town, the cops know. In fact, half the cops are prior service Marines anyway, so they do know. So they are. They're out and about. You got to be smart. WW says we have formal dress blue uniform in the Army, but it's not as sharp as the Corps' blue uniform. Without a doubt. And of course, I'm biased, but you got to. I don't know who can dispute that. Prove me wrong. The Marine Corps blue dress uniform is pretty damn amazing. It really is. Randy says, happy 250th brothers and sisters, Semper Fi era. Can't wait. Every any and every Marine I see from the 2 weeks ago until 2 weeks from now, happy birthday. What do you think about Dylan Castleberry? What do you think about making a new branch with nothing but children of the military so we don't have a head start in Lucas? Imagine that if every single recruit had done some kind of military service or boot camp prior to going to boot camp. Most solid police were military. I like that. Nothing compares to the dress blues, says Olin Jr. New CR from the Senate dropped. Adam East should have the first vote tonight and hopefully passed. New CR. I don't know what that is. Michael Romero, happy 250th birthday to you, Sergeant Major, and all Marines, old and new. Thank you for your service. I second that. Should we use anodized brass on our uniforms? Eric S. Big Red. Yep. I highly I like the anodized brass, 100%. I like it. Not because I'm lazy, because you can polish brass. You definitely can buy the Brasso, Never Dull, all those things, and polish your brass and be old school. Even leathers, leather shoes. You can still wear the leather shoes and put that time and effort into it. But in today's, I mean, we're on the move constantly. Can you imagine if getting your blues together, you still had to polish each button on your uniform, your medals, your badges, and spit shine your boots, or I mean your shoes. It's a time thing for me, and that's it. Remember when I was a drill instructor, and maybe it still is today. I don't know. You guys let me know. East Coast and West Coast, Paris Islands, their claim to fame is they use the leather belt, the senior drill instructor. They didn't have the patent leather, they used leather and they polished it. The chin strap on their smoky, they would use leather. Their shoes, leather, because they were old school and they were hardcore. Some look better than others, takes a lot of time. My first question was, while you're spit shining your shoes, who's with the recruits? So yes, I wore core frames on the drill field so I can be with the recruits longer. Or continue resolution to open up the government until January 30th. Amen. Adam East, come on, man. Really? What the heck? All right, we got some clowns in the government that are we don't talk politics here. Police officer that was military personnel still uses head and eyes. First we watch, then we talk. Good on you, Anonymous. Appreciate your service in all first responders, keeping us all safe. Eric asks, how do I get Brasso juice out of the uniform cloth, the clothing? That's the other part of polishing your brass is you gotta cover the material around the brass. So when you're using that Never Dull or Duraglit, you're not getting that juice from the Never Dull onto your uniform. Anodized. Every time I bought a new blue blouse or my evening dress blouse coat, anodized. Get it all anodized. You don't have to mess with that. There's talk about new branch of military to be made, Cyber Force. Can't the Space Force do the cyber stuff too? Good night. No more branches. Jared, I'm with you. Really. I mean, we already have the Space Force, I think. Are they still around? We still have no one on here yet. Not a fan. A lot aren't. I don't, it makes no sense to me. Can we afford that right now? Let's first, we're in the right direction, getting our country back in shape. Let's let that finish, at least for the next 3 years. Madam Producer from John McJunkin, missed it. Anonymous, I'm military. We're all a band of brothers. I salute you. And we salute you as well, brother. Anonymous. I'm telling you, I can't um, thank our first responders enough, man. Had a lot of interaction with them. Ken Dog, hey everyone, hope all are well. We hope you're well, Ken Dog. Thanks for being here, brother. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Members, you see our members are in green. Um, what a great community. I'm telling you, I think we have a couple more members, hopefully from this past couple of days. Been talking to a lot of people when they ask, what does SFMF mean? What do you do now? You're retired. Just those conversations, and it's so much fun talking about the channel. And these two guys, one's already been to OCS, getting ready to go in the Marine Corps active duty. His twin brother is a Lance Corporal. So what a great combination that is. Twin brothers. One's going to be a commissioned officer. One is an enlisted Marine. I'd love to go to Thanksgiving at their house, celebrate the Marine Corps birthday ball with that family. How cool is that? But it's fun talking about the channel. All we do is that's who I talk about. All of you making this channel as great as it is. Man, from the producer, John McJunkin, that's super generous. I hope it was at least a big multi-pack or some big league chew. John McJunkin going, reaching deep in his pockets, buying some bubble gum for his crew. Ed Creed, hello. Hello to you, member. I see that. Talking about membership, again, it's so easy to talk about the channel when they say, what is your channel about? Motivation, right? What we do, what we talk about, what we just been talking about for shoot the past 40 minutes. Man, I didn't even get to my intro. God bless you. We still haven't watched church yet. That's the kind of day we're having. So immediately after this, we're gonna get some chow, watch some church. God bless you all. The chaplain at this that so I can't talk enough about each portion of a Marine Corps Ball celebration. First, if you haven't been one, make sure you find a way to get to one. If you're a Marine and you haven't been to one, shame on you. I was thinking that prior to the show. Man, were there Marines? I'm trying to think of because Marines that are in trouble. Sometimes depends on who your sergeant major is, whether he allows you to go to the ball or not. I always would. Marines that were on restriction or in trouble, they were going, but they were going to be in deltas, right? Blue dress, Delta, blue pants, khaki shirt, and they're the working party. They're the escorts, not inside the ball, but they're holding the doors. They're greeting people. They're driving people home. They're doing those things. They're setting up the tables and chairs and tablecloths and all that, and they're breaking it down after. But they're watching the ceremony. And you earn that right as a Marine to watch the ceremony. So every single Marine is going. I don't remember ever having to say, yes, it's mandatory. What do you mean you have a Marine that doesn't want to go? But there's Marines that just don't want to go. A couple different reasons. Bitter, right? The Marine Corps screwed me over. You have some like that, but shame on them. Shame on them if they don't go and experience. It's your legacy. Marines are fanatical. Our customs and courtesies, our history and traditions that we hold so dearly, right? And people, some of you out here, what you wouldn't give to be able to go to another Marine Corps birthday ball celebration. Because that time's gonna come soon. A guy at our church is he's going to his first ball this year, not on active duty, right? Again, another milestone, a significant event. He's going not on active duty. Another guy I talked to that was at the ball we just went to, this is his last ball on active duty. I'm telling you, significant milestones in your life. All right. Eric S. PJ Cruz, the sergeant major thinks different, but I think reserve is the way to go, especially for first enlistment. Uh, Reserves, we talked about that a little bit on Wednesday. And here's what I think, Eric S. And you're not wrong. I, I don't know what PJ Cruz says, but here's what I feel about the reserves. If you're not going active duty, 100% you should go reserves. If you have a great job already, before you go, then definitely reserves is for you. So, um, I had different feelings about reserves, and I've learned a whole lot more when USMC Cece joined the reserves, and I met reserve Marines more, and actually got to know reserve Marine, a whole different aspect in my eyes now what a reserve Marine does. HW, is that real? The shutdown is over. Agreement reached. Go back to work. Is that real? Is that fake news? Jared, the Marine Corps screwed me, but it wasn't my fellow devil dogs. It was a system that screwed me. Jared, you know how I feel about when people say that. Randall Ness says, the very few Marines I met on active duty had qualms about drinking. Oh, there are very few. Yeah. Go active first, says Adam East. Chicken has arisen. He really has arisen. Semper Fi, Chicken. Good to see you. PJ Cruz's son is studying electrical engineering. Adam East, kind of fake. Got to vote a few times first. All right, on the shutdown. Okay. So again, back to the reserves. The question was, the reason we brought that topic up was a Poolee joined as a reservist. Didn't want to. I think in the beginning he wanted to be active duty. His recruiter talked him into joining the reserves. I don't know the whole background, but I'm guessing since he was going back and forth, he probably didn't have a solid job already. I think that should be first and foremost. If you have a solid job, reserve is definitely for you. If you don't have a job, I'd be a little weary about going reserve because it's just 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year. Where is your income going to come from? You're not getting a full paycheck like an active duty Marine. So hopefully you have some sort of plan, a job, or you're going to college, one of the two. And then consider reserves first. Going from, and here's the kicker, this is why we talked about it, is that recruiter talked the Poolee into enlisting for the reserves. Then then the Poolee, I think, just getting so I read probably going to Poolee functions, being around Marines, he changed his mind, wanted to be active duty. The recruiter's like, no, no, we ain't doing that. You're going reserves. And we all think on here, you all kind of agree with me that the recruiter must have had to fill a reserve school seat, a reserve seat, a reserve billet. So he didn't want the kid to pull out and go active duty. That would have messed up his stuff. And the recruiter told the Poolee, now don't worry about it. Right after boot camp, just switch from reserves to active duty. Is it that easy? I added the is that easy, that part. And it's not. I did look it up because I didn't know either, but I had a feeling it wasn't that easy because we know somebody near and dear to our heart that is going through that. So no, it's not. The quick answer is, can you go from reserve to active duty after boot camp? The quick answer again is yes. Yes, you can. The better answer, the long version is yes, you can, but it's going to take time and it's difficult. There's a 7-step, Google it. That's all I did was Google it. Can you go from reserve to active duty after boot camp? Yes, but there's always a big but. 7 step, they laid it out in 7 steps. And a couple of those things are pretty important. If you got a bonus, that's getting taken away because you got your bonus for signing up as a reservist. The MOS you sign up for, it may not be available in active duty at that time. So that's going to add time onto your transferring over. The MOS you're leaving from has to be okay, you leaving that MOS. If they're a critical MOS and they need Marines, they're not going to let you go. The duty station you get assigned to as a reservist has to be willing to let you go, authorize you to leave that duty station early because they assume they're getting a reservist at least 4 years. The MOS you want to go into has to agree to take you and need you, right? If they're overstaffed on privates or PFCs, lance corporals, then you ain't going. You have to wait till a spot opens up for that MOS that you want. So, quick answer: yes, you can do it. The real answer is yes, you can. It's very difficult and it can take some time. They said about 2 years in the Google. So just know what you're getting into. Whole point of that entire story is I wish I could talk to that Poolee and say, look, if you want to go active duty, go active duty. If you have to wait for a different ship date, wait for that ship date, but get what you want. All right. John Junk, please send an email to sfmf.com@gmail.com. We're happy to support 100%. The producers got it. John McJunk and the crew, please. Mike S., what's up? Good evening to you, brother. Eric S., Mike Smith. Eric S. says, my recruiter promised me a recon contract in the reserves. Did it not happen? Chicken says, I was one of them, Randall. Last thing I want is to spend more than an hour in a hot, uncomfortable uniform. What uniform are you talking about? A recon contract. Eric S., did you get it? Jimmy White, Semper Fi, brother. Kendu Brown, Semper, always. The producer says, can you say that again so I can clip it and make it make a short out of it? Can you say that again so I can make a short out of it? Which one? The reserve? The reservist one? Is that what she's talking about? I appreciate that, Madam Producer from John McJunkin, but I want to buy them a sticker to all share. It's the very least I can afford to do for them. Willie Goodman, happy early birthday, brother. Happy birthday to you. Early. I'm a couple hours away now. Mike Smith checking in. Happy 250th. Hurrah. I was just trolling Eric as I didn't think you can be recon in the reserves. Yes, you absolutely can. You can. Is the producer talking about the reserve short? URAH, Mike. Did you say URAH? Had somebody correct me on my era. I guess it's been a while. So you're saying it wrong. I think it was in the comments even. URAH, that's not a thing. It's URAH. You better get it right. The reserve piece. I will, because that's again very interesting. I just talked to someone else about the reserves. So here's the question: should I go reserves or active duty? Another big question is always officer or enlisted. We'll talk about that one too. But here we go. Should I go reserves or active duty in the Marine Corps? First of all, congratulations on choosing the best course. But should I go reserve or active duty? Here's what I'll tell you, and what I know from being active duty my entire life. I didn't have anything set up to be a reservist. I wasn't planning on going to college. I didn't have a job lined up. A couple small jobs here and there. I could have worked with my parents. That wasn't a career. That's not something that could have set me up for the rest of my life. So active duty was 100% the perfect choice for me. If you have a job, a solid job, a lot of reservists seem to be cops, lawyers, doctors and dentists. Actually, they have great jobs. So it just, to me, that's a perfect reason to go reserves. You have your life set up. You want to serve your country. You got what it takes. So you want to serve your country as a Marine reservist. 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. The rest of the time you're on your civilian career that could tie in or could not. That's why I think cop is being a cop or firefighter, paramedic, some first responders are also reserve Marines. What a great way to set up the rest of your life. You're serving your country, you got the ID card, and you're a Marine with an awesome career already. So if your plan is to join the reserves and then look for a job, I don't know how solid of a plan that really is. Because what if you don't? How long are you going to go reserves? And then you're going to realize, man, I wish I would have went active duty because it's a full-time job. So my advice, IMO, in my opinion, if you're unsure, you don't have that solid job, join active duty first and then go reserve. USMC Cece, where is she at? 4 years active duty, reserve, and a great, where's Carlos coming? Anyone from Carlos out here? Carlos Company, 123, awesome infantry battalion company. And now she's going to be a cop. So active duty time, figured out what's best for her life and her career path, reserves, cop. Perfect setup. Solid job, reserves. Not a job yet, active duty, then reserves. Whole lot easier to go from active duty to reservists than it is from reservists to active duty. My 2 cents on reserves or active duty. Simplify, my friend. All right. Random now says, I love going to the Marine Corps ball. Best evening ever. Happy birthday, Marines. Semper Fi. Randall Knight, yeah, I'm telling you, you can't say it. If you there's Marines here that haven't been to a ball. I don't know what to say to them. There's Marines that prior service Marines, some of you that don't get the opportunity to go to a Marine Corps birthday ball. So my advice to everyone, find a way, find a ball. Um, VSOs, Veteran Service Organizations, Marine Corps League, those guys put on birthday balls. The VFW, we went last year to the VFW at a birthday ball celebration. I think that one was on the 10th. Just find a way to go. There's nothing like it in the world. Nothing. Jerry says, I want reserves because I was also pursuing a career in fire service. There you go. Perfect reason, Jared. Perfect reason right there to go reserves. You knew what you were going to do. You had your life planned out already and you wanted to serve. There's April and Carlos Santiago. Ruggin, 6'2", 100% of the ones that rated it. What was that question? I'm interested in that question now. Eric S. Active duty time can also be purchased as pension credits in many civilian retirement systems. Don't even get me started on the retirement in the military service. Awesome retirement. Military has awesome retirement. You don't think about it, especially as a young Marine, young service member. You don't think about retirement. But if you're going to do 4, do 20, get that retirement, get that retirement. Stay in long enough to get your retirement. I can't stress that enough. Ruggins, I'm retired military. I know. But what did you say earlier, Ruggins? I got the producer to say that. What is that's some cool font there? Rolla finds treasures. Thanks for your service. Is that what it says? Jared, after it was all said and done, I spent 28 years in public service. I had the best of both worlds, right? Jared, good on you, brother. I'm telling you, you were an example of the perfect reservist system. Perfect reason to go reserves. S&M, how do you look good? 250 years old. That's how old I am. Era. Big Red will execute this mission with speed, surprise, and violence of action. All civilians love Marines because we take care of business. 100%. Absolutely. Think I personally made my point. And only because I'm at a distance, a hard time reading it for me though. Rolla finds treasures. Rolla. Looks like a Rolla. Producer. How many people did you discipline, kick out of the military, and ruin their career? That's a great question. That's a great question. How many people did you discipline, kick out of the military, and ruin their career? Absolutely none. I didn't do any of that. Those Marines did that. I think that's obviously what your answer was. So those are the Marines that say the Corps screwed me over, right? Just like when your teacher, when you get an F on a paper in school and you ask your teacher, why did you give me an F? Oh, I didn't give you an F. You earned an F. You did all that. So Marines are the same way, and it's easy to get. And that's why the haters that bag on first sergeants and sergeants major are those Marines who have gotten in trouble, and the first sergeant or the sergeant major is the one who's conducting all the paperwork, the administrative process to you being kicked out by your actions. So just to back up my fellow 89 99s out there, we always seem like the bad guy because we're the one holding you accountable. We didn't do the things we had nothing to do with the things you've done to get yourself in that position, but now we're like the last person you see before you're being processed out or demoted or put on restriction or ruining your career. I didn't ruin anyone's career. They ruined their career. I just had to be the one to and I got to tell you, that's the worst part of being a sergeant major, was seeing Marines making those dumb mistakes, and someone's got to hold you accountable, and that's the core, the UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice, is the one who's holding you accountable. We're just doing the process for it. Lay cookie. I would bet anyone that got kicked out did it to themselves. Thank you, Lay Cookie. I'm telling you, that's nailed it. But it's easy for those Marines to blame someone. Lay Cookie, up and down, and came in as a private, left a private. Not bitter, doesn't blame anyone else, right? He's not the victim. He knows exactly what he did and got exactly what he was held accountable. Not bitter. Amen, Mike Lay Cookie. That's why you're so solid now, brother. Appreciate you. But that's funny, and again, it is when you see that in our biggest short we have is Master Gunner Sergeant versus Sergeant Major. What's the difference? Why two E9s? I've done a couple of them, but one's very popular. And then read the comments. There's thousands of comments. You got to read them because all the haters out there. I know exactly who's writing it when they say Master Guns is all right, does everything. He's a Sergeant Major kisses butt. He's just admin. He doesn't do anything. He's the jerk. He's the stay off my grass guy. He's the and two different jobs, two different paths. But those are the Marines that put themselves in a predicament that the sergeant major had to come down on him, right? Because how about the 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 sergeant major knows primarily two sets of Marines, the real good ones, the ones he's promoted meritoriously, getting awarded, writing awards for, staying up late, rewriting an award because the awards board kicked it down and you want to get this Marine this award, the promotion, the meritorious promotions, right? Getting them good school seats. That's where you spend a lot of your time as a sergeant major. Unfortunately, you spend 90% of your time on the 10%. Those are the DUIs, the domestics, the underage drinking, the ones that the Corps screws over. You spend way too much time on. They don't deserve as much as your time. It's the other 90% of the meritorious promotees, the high shooters, the high PFTers, the black belts, all the things Marine related. That's the best part of being at 89, 99. All right. I'll take that with a grain of salt, Ben. Appreciate you. Look at Lakewood. Still loves the Corps. Uh, Benjamin, thank you for your service. You serve Benjamin, thank you. All service members, we're not going to see you tomorrow or tomorrow's the Marine Corps birthday. The next day is Veterans Day. So happy birthday, Marines, and happy Veterans Day to all veterans out there. Great month. I love this month. Ruggins, that's it? Well, you got nothing else? No more motivation? You already motivated out? We call them unmotivated individuals, says Steve Montalban. Could be fixed. Can an unmotivated Marine or can a Marine that has gotten in trouble, can he be saved? Another reason why I wanted to stay in longer and longer so I can protect those Marines that make a one-time mistake. Some are frequent flyers and maybe they don't deserve that second or third chance, but most of them do. Right. So that's another reason to stay in. Kevin Lee says they only do it to themselves. Was the best and most influential, important 6 years of my life. Love the Corps with all my heart. Amen. I don't care if you did for, excuse me, or an entire career. The Marine Corps had an impact on your life. You guys on the 96 this weekend. The Marines on the 96, military, Marine Corps definitely. I'm positive have Monday and Tuesday off. So spend it well. Jared says, I have a tattoo written in Chinese by a Chinese buddy and a fellow devil dog. Man, I missed the rest, Jared. Please put it back up there again. Thank you, Sam Rosenthal. If you're a Marine, brother, happy birthday and happy Veterans Day on Tuesday. Randall Knapp, thank you for those 5 SFMF gift memberships. Randall Knapp, I missed it. Sorry, buddy. Awesome. Thank you very much. We have a lot of members. Thanks to you. Excuse me. Awesome. Appreciate you. Another shout out to Ellie. Jonathan, thank you for supporting the channel, Randall Knapp. Very kind of you, brother. It doesn't even show on here. When I'm on the computer, I can see who those memberships go to. Somebody else did comment on either last week's live or on a short, said thank you. He was thanking me for the gift of membership, but I'd explained it to him. Check in the comments because I'm pretty sure those are probably from Randall Knapp. Steve Montemont says, an unmotivated individual can join the Marines to get motivated, right? We talked a little bit about false motivation the other day, how false motivation turns into real motivation. You just can't help it. You can't help. I'm telling you, being around all those Marines, and I'm telling you, this ball there wasn't a lot of Marines. These were people getting ready to join the Marine Corps or the Navy. William, everybody's saying happy birthday. Is today your birthday? Tomorrow, William, and for those of you just joining us, tomorrow's the Marine Corps' 250th birthday. A Marine specifically, huge tradition in the Marine Corps is to tell a Marine happy birthday. That was the birth of our Corps 250 years ago tomorrow, 1775, Tun Tavern, November 10th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Era. So it is, yes. Man, I have a tattoo that says heaven and hell in Chinese because at the time I felt the Marine Corps was both good and evil, heaven and hell. What the smiley and the laughing faces. And that's pretty cool, Jared. I like that because it absolutely is. It's both. Big Red, the Corps is the best part of my life. The most motivated thing others is other devil dogs, other devils recognize other Marines from a mile away. You can recognize a Marine from a mile away. And here's the beauty of it. When you see a Marine on the street, when you meet a Marine for the first time, you know they're a Marine. Typically, something that they're wearing or something on their vehicle, but also by their character, their statute, way they carry themselves, their bearing, their discipline, how they're speaking to other people. All those things are recognizable. Even with the beard, even with longer hair, you can recognize a Marine right away. That's what boot camp does to you. That's what OCS does to you. That's what time in service does to you, whether you recognize it or not. Other Marines recognize it, and you can just tell. A great story. At the time I was flying somewhere, um, kind of a funny story. Producer may not agree, but I got on a plane, put my bag down. Wasn't a Marine Corps bag, but it was a backpack. I had nothing Marine on me. And the flight attendant walked by a couple of times. A big plane. We were going to Okinawa, long trip, 18 hours, 19 hours. I was with other Marines. We were spread out. We were in civilian clothes. Wife was going too. Long story, but we were on different flights. And this woman walked by a couple of times, a flight attendant. And one time she walked by and said, "Are you a Marine?" I was like, "Oh, yes, ma'am." Took off. She was again getting ready for the flight. And she's one time she walked by, she said, "Come with me." Took me upstairs to the super duper first class and just pampered me. Everyone up there. There's some big guy who was standing up there with the bathrobe. "Thank you for your service." They didn't know me from Adam. Another time flying through the airport system, I was going to visit my mom, and there's storms on the East Coast, and flights were being delayed, and lines were backing up all over the place. It was chaos in this airport. This is 20 years ago. My flight got canceled, so everyone bolts from that kiosk to another one to try and get on another flight, and the line was super duper long. I waited in line with everyone else, talking to my wife. It got canceled. What do I do? I waited in line, got to the counters, and the lady's like, "Everything's booked. Everything's booked. Where you come from? Where you going?" I said, "Look, ma'am, I'm a Marine. I'm on leave. I'm trying to visit my mom. I only have the weekend. What do you got?" She's like, all flights are booked. Please go to another counter." A woman behind her, her supervisor, overheard her say that. She literally pushed that flight agent away, moved her to the side, said, "Did you not hear what he said? He's a Marine on leave, going to visit his mother. Come here, sir." Boom. She did work some magic, printed off the ticket, said, "Thank you for your service. You got about 8 minutes. Please fly to gate, whatever. The flight's leaving soon. Good luck." That's the things people do for Marines because they know the heaven and hell, what Jared was just talking about, that we go through, and the sacrifices your family makes. When people recognize that dependence, my production team, the amount of heaven and hell that they go through of an active duty Marine, being a spouse or dependent of an active duty Marine is just that, Jared. I like that. Heaven and hell, because we all go through both of that. My claim to fame for the dependents is they have the much harder job. Your spouse has the hardest job in the world. A mother of a Marine and a spouse of a Marine. And our producer is both. The Marine knows what they're doing. They know where they're going. They're being told what to do, right? Every deployment I went on, yes, it's dangerous. You're going into harm's way. You're defending. You don't know if you're going to make it back. You don't know what every single day, every patrol you go on could be your last. Yes, but that's why you're there. That's what you trained to do. That's what you signed up to do. That's what you volunteered to do, all volunteer force. So you know what you're getting yourself into. Your dependents, your family, your spouse, your parents, they don't. So your spouse is back home taking care of everything that you did as a team by his or herself. The kids, if you have kids, you're going to practice, you're going to school, you're paying the bills, you're getting the oil changed in the car, you're just putting fuel in the car. All those things, bills are coming. Birthdays, celebrations, if it's all over the holidays, you're spending holidays, not knowing if your Marine is safe, not knowing what your Marine is getting into. And the Marine has the easy part, doing what we're told when we're told to do it. That's the discipline of being a Marine. The military family, there should be a military ball just for the dependents, in my opinion. We have Military Appreciation Month. It should be all year long. Come on, the things that the military dependents do. So I always have to remember that when I'm a guest speaker at a ball or a guest speaker somewhere, the military dependent, amen and God bless. All right. Jerry says, then again, if the Marine Corps is easy, we wouldn't be the few, the proud. So explain that to this officer candidate who's getting ready to go into the fleet. Um, it's almost as if like quotes and cliches and the few, the proud, first to fight. Um, those are real, and those are there for a reason. They were thought up and put out there and became our motto: honor, courage, commitment. Those are real. Those aren't just things we say and you memorize for a promotion board or something to get you in boot camp. Those are real. Oh, those are first to fight. Come on, we are the first to fight. Those are just facts. We go to war to win. Like having a being a fan of a football team. First of all, they could be producers. You know what? It's not, but funny. Sergeants, oh, brother, good to see you. Happy birthday. It's our birthday, so happy birthday. And thanks for being here. We're easy. Do so. They still, to this day, my favorite meme of the billions of memes that are going out now in all the branches of service and especially now around the Marine Corps birthday is it's a picture from Goodfellas. What's the guy's name from Goodfellas? Not Joe Pesci, but it's the younger guy who comes in late and him and Joe Pesci remember almost getting a fight. I can't think of his name right now. It's in the tip of my tongue. But it was a picture of him laughing, that famous picture of him laughing his butt off. And the caption is, I picked the Marines so I can talk trash for the rest of my life. Except he didn't say trash, he said the other word, the S word. But how true is that? You know what I mean? And again, I thank God because I didn't have a as clear of a picture of the Marine Corps as obviously I did after I joined. I wasn't, I didn't know. I knew my recruiter were the baddest. I'd walk by the other recruiters and the Marines this and Marines first to fire, all those models. I watched all the videos, but I didn't feel it obviously like I feel today, like all of you feel today. It's different, blessed, and unstoppable. It's not just some tough sounding moniker. You look like you're leaning out, master gunning, still PT. Olin, I'm not a master gunning, but I appreciate that. And I am leaning a little bit. I think I told y'all before. I'm doing a um, high rocks. Where's Kimi Kimi Cocoa Puffs? Where's Kimi Kimi Cocoa Pebbles? Went to CrossFit with her the other day. That's Ray Liotta. Thank you, JTB. Ray Liotta. God, I was on the tip of my tongue. It really wasn't, but appreciate you, Ray Liotta. His picture. So whoever just said that, yes, I have been CrossFit, been running more, doing some treadmill, getting ready for a high rocks. And with my ailments and my pains and my disabilities, I got to do that stretching, got to cut a little weight just to because it's going to be intense. Kimi Cocoa Pebbles and I are doing it, so it's looking forward to it. A little nervous about it, but I can't do it at that 250 that I was. I wasn't 250, but close. So I am leaning down a little bit. Appreciate you saying that. Ooh, he called you Master Guns. It's about to get serious in here. Oh, and good stuff. I'm still at it at 62 years old. God bless you, brother. I'm telling you, I look at people's ages now. When we get to our age, Jared knows. You kind of you, you you don't judge them. Yeah, we do. Okay, Marines judge everyone by their physical fitness. But I have been Big Ray. Got to keep up that PT. You got to. Got to land this chopper early. We are gonna land it early today. Have I been rambling? Yes, I have. What time do we start? 62. Oh, and good on you, brother. I'm gonna keep going, keep pushing as long as I can. I run now. It's painful, but I still run out while I run out while I still can, is what I tell myself. Still can't breathe, right? All those things are slowing me down, but it's not stopping me. From John McJunkin's crew, young Fletcher says, our unit is serving dinner for the Marine Corps League members and their spouses, and now we have a brand new dress blues uniform for the birthday ball. You got it all, young Marine Fletcher. Amazing. I even went to a young Marine birthday ball. I was a guest speaker for a young Marine birthday ball, again, a long time ago. That was cool. Nothing cooler than seeing young Marines, and they did the cake detail, they did the sword detail, colors, right? They marched on the colors and all different sizes. 'Cause young Marines, if you don't know, are what age does it start at? 10? Is it 10 to 18? Or it's by grade? Very young. And I'm telling you, there's some young Marines out there doing colors. I mean, it was an awesome, amazing event that they put on. Funny, again, the same exact script as all Marines do, as we have for 250 years. Amazing. All right. Erica, stop running, start swimming. Amen. Swimming is got to be the very best exercise in the world. It saves your knees, your backs, your joints. Amen. Eric, it's just takes a little more effort to get to a pool, get to the ocean and do it. Uh, McJunkin, welcome to my world. 15 minutes, everyone, ending on a half hour this evening. Need to spend some time with Cadet Cece. Amen. Absolutely. So we got about 15 minutes. Everyone, we're going to land this helicopter. David Bryant, that's when you know it's too late. If you ain't complaining, there's something wrong. Marines complain. That's a fact for like active duty. If your Marines ain't bitching, you got to be wary. Something's going on because that's what Marines do. Uh, Jared, I was the DI for the Young Marines, 99 to 2000, Mount Vernon, Illinois. Our CO was Major Jim Butler. Very cool. Bob says I called someone a fat body. Talk was on his face. Fat body. I'm big bone, sir. What does Private Pile say in Full Metal Jacket? Because I'm big bone, sir. You're a disgusting fat body pile. That's what you are. McJunkin, thank you, brother. Give our best to Cadet CC. We definitely will. Respect, President. Thank you. Love from London. Sloth Bill. Much respect. Thank you for being here. Eric S. Time to buy a pool. Dream house. Again, I'm gonna have a pool in the backyard. For a longest time, I always wanted a pool in the shape of a football helmet until the NFL sold out and went woke. Now I'm gonna have it as an eagle, globe, and anchor. Nobody steal my idea. I'm gonna have a pool in my backyard, the shape of an eagle, globe, and anchor. I got to find someone who can do it and then somebody to pay for it. But the globe, that's gonna be my lap, right from East Coast to West Coast. Boom, swim laps back and forth. Eric S. Too heavy. Get after it. Walking. I'm telling you, I can tell the difference. I go up and down, fluctuate in weight, and I can tell when I surf. So much harder to stand up on a surfboard when I'm at my heavy. When I cut, it's easier to do everything. Even bending down and tie your shoe is easier. Jared, I've called civilians, you nasty thing, and they look at you like you're crazy. That Marine lingo, not just military lingo, Marine lingo, when you use it around civilians, it does catch them off guard. I can't, era is it's just part of my language. I can't not, and even when I'm on the phone with a civilian. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate your help. Talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye, era. Or if I say first, okay, talk to you later. Thank you, era. Okay, bye. It's pretty funny. Where's that eye roll emoji? We can compromise and have an EGA inlay in the bottom of the pool. All right, producer. Again, it might be a little too expensive to have a eco glowing anchored shaped pool. Why not? The anchor could be the hot tub. Mine, it's still down. Think about it. Or the eagle could be the hot. Just let's put it on the back burner for now. Big Ed, surfing is probably the most hard workout. Surfing is a hard workout, and it's you're working different body parts that you're not used to. In the gym, you can work shoulders all day long, but paddling out against a kind of a decent size surf, you're going to be tore up. Your shoulders, your arms, your triceps, right, are getting a workout. And then abs, you got to work your abs because getting up and down on the board, standing up real quick, you got to. It's a great workout. That's what Powell said, describing his fatness. Yeah, that's what Private Powell said. I'm big boned. Then he said, Marines always bitch, but pay attention. Dang, it just disappeared, Randall. My boss used to say, when I said check. Check. Artillery, big red, you arty? Arty guys always say check. Check, right? It's part of your routine, right? Sending that steel rain, check. Big red, that's funny. Check. There isn't much surfing here in Michigan. It is snowing now, though. Snowboarding. Bob, snowboarding, that's a very difficult sport. And the first time I did it, everyone said, "Oh, you're a surfer. You should be able to snowboard easily." And I'm a skier, cross country. I did the whole Bridgeport downhill skiing, cross country, the whole Mike 7 Alpha stuff. But I tell you, snowboarding was difficult. Took me a long time to get the hang of it, and I really didn't even get that much of it. We only did it for one day, so it's like I need more time at it. But snowboarding is difficult. Oh yeah, he did. He said, "Because I'm too heavy, sir." That's right, Eric S. Full Metal Jacket. That's what I'm watching tomorrow. I'm watching Full Metal Jacket right there. It's been a while. Uh, Ruckus Saw. Good evening, Sergeant Major. Semper Fi from a Marine, now an Air Force captain. Appreciate you giving back your knowledge. Semper Fi, brother. Happy birthday, and good on you. Again, real happy about you. The transition you made. That's awesome. Congratulations. I said it before, but happy birthday. So Major, I'll be on a two-year AGR. Um, that's tour. Allow me to have my 20 in. I still maintain my W5 rank. Awesome. AGR. Why am I'm drawing a blank right now. Guard, Army Guard, right? Awesome. And we have a CW5, everyone. The unicorn right there. Just missed John McJunkins. Out here at Camp Hansen, dreams go to die. Pretty dark name, but Camp Hansen. Spent some time on Camp Hansen way back. I'm sure well before your time, when their gym was in the back of the theater, right? The dressing area room. That was our gym way back then. Devil Dog says your toes get a workout. You talking about snowboarding or surfing? Because both. And if you stand up paddle, you see those guys enjoying in a lake, right? Or even surfing on a stand up paddle board, your toes actually do get a workout. That's funny, Devil Dog. You said that. Ruxa, Ruckus WR9. Happy birthday, brother. ASFMF back in the stream again. Always inspired by your mission and message. Sent for five. Stay sharp. Uh, Ali Day guy. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. John, amen and prayers. I missed John's message. If you want to repeat that, I know I'm running out of time. AGR, active guard and reserve. Thank you, WW. And good on you. 2 years. That's awesome. See myself in Satine with PFC was a Gomer Pyle moment. Amen, Bob. Old Satines. That's even before Jared's time. That's pretty cool. I missed the Satine times as well. Awesome uniform. Sharp, man. I know they starched the hell out of those. Those were cool. Dreams to Go Die says, wow, we now have two gyms, House of Pain North and South. First of all, the House of Pain they stole from camp. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right. The main one, I remember that one, the House of Pain. Toe cramps are the best. 5 miles, 5 mics to touchdown. All right. Let me get this question, and then we'll start landing this helicopter. 46, by the way. So, major question from Carl 28560. I received my honorable discharge as a sergeant in November 1994. Few months later, the USMC changed the blues buckle from the plain buckle to an EGA for corporals and above. Which would I wear now? You wear the new one with the Eagle Globe and Anchor. Another awesome change. Thanks for bringing that up. We've never even discussed that. The plain brass plate you would wear with your blue dress uniform used to be a plain brass plate, gold plate on your blue dress uniform, white belt, looks sharp. Something added to the uniform, really looks great. Well, they changed it in 94. They added the Eagle Globe and Anchor onto for NCOs, corporals, and sergeants. Then they had a gold wreath around it for staff NCOs. So you go with current regulations, brother. As regulations change, even though you got out in 94, you go with the regulations as they change. So get yourself that brass plate with the Eagle Globe and Anchor. Looks good, right? It's noticeable if you know when you see that plain brass plate for E3 and below and no blood stripes. Still an awesome uniform, but it you can tell it's just kind of missing a little bit of era. But add it and good on you. Sergeant Major, is it true many times that a Master Guns fills in for a Sergeant Major, but a Sergeant Major cannot fill in for the Master Guns position? Okay, and I'm going to end it on that because I love that too. That's another misconception, if you will. They always say that, well, Master Guns can do a Sergeant Major job anytime, but a Sergeant Major cannot do a Master Guns job. True and false. First of all, neither wants to do each other's job. I can tell you that, in my opinion. As a sergeant major, could I do a master guns job? 100%. Been in the Corps 20 plus years. I'm a Marine. I'm a leader. Yes, I can do the leadership part of that master guns job. Now, if it happens to be an MOS I know nothing about, no, I can't give that technical advice that a master guns can, but I can certainly sit in for the master guns for days, weeks, months. It would be a whole lot of just leadership and Marine Corps and PT and ERA, but I would be leading those Marines. So yes, I can do a master guns job. Again, nowhere near the technical part. What if it was a data something or an aircraft mechanic? Nope. I wouldn't advise any Marines on anything related to that MOS because that's the master gun's job. That's what he does or she. Could a master guns fill in for the sergeant major? Absolutely. They've been in the Corps 20 plus years. They're Marines, they're leaders. They don't want to do the sergeant's major job. It's no fun because of that 10% I was talking about earlier. So could they do each other's job? Yes, that's a good claim to fame. So a major couldn't do my job. No, I couldn't do your job as the master guns, nor do I want to, but I could lead Marines and vice versa. Master guns anytime. Write up some NJPs. So great way to end it. Love all y'all. God bless you from the producer. Thank you all y'all SMFFers, SFMFers. Have a safe and happy birthday, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Semper Fi, my friend. God bless you all. Happy early birthday. Happy early Veterans Day. Love all y'all. Spend some time with God today if you haven't already. God bless you. Semper Fi, my friends. Happy birthday. Era.